Hi, my name is Anna. When I first started learning English, I felt very shy. I wanted to speak, but the words were stuck. Everything sounded too fast and too hard. Then one day I found a simple story. That little story helped me more than I ever expected. Stories are special. They don't just teach words. They teach feeling, rhythm, and meaning. Today you'll learn English with a gentle story. It's about a small bunny with a big heart. Her name is Bibi and she's very special. You'll hear new words in this story. I'll help you understand them as we go. Don't worry if you miss something. Just listen, repeat, and enjoy the journey. Remember, learning happens step by step. Before we begin, make sure subtitles are turned on. That way you can read and listen together. Try repeating some of the words out loud. That helps your brain remember. You don't have to be perfect, just try. Now take a deep breath and relax your shoulders. This is your time to listen, learn, and grow. You're not alone. I'll be here with you through every part. Let's begin our story. Let's meet Bibi, the brave little bunny. Bibi was a small bunny with soft white fur and big round eyes. She lived in a quiet forest filled with tall trees and colorful flowers. Birds sang in the morning and squirrels played in the trees. Bibi loved her home. Everything felt calm, warm, and safe. She had many animal friends. Toby the turtle, Lena the ladybug, and Max the mouse. They played hide and seek and shared carrots under the sun. But Bibi was not like the others. She was curious, always looking beyond the trees. Something inside her wanted more. There was a path that led into the deep forest. No one ever went there. The trees were taller and the light didn't shine through. The other animals said, "It's scary there." So Bibi stayed away, but not forever. She couldn't stop thinking about it. Each morning, Bibi would hop to the edge of that path. She would peek in and then hop back quickly. Her heart said go, but her feet said no. One day, she whispered, "I'll be brave enough." And each day she believed it a little more. Then one morning something changed. The forest was quiet, too quiet. The birds weren't singing. The air felt still. Bibi stood near the path and listened. That's when she heard it, a small distant voice calling out, "Help! Help!" Bibi froze. Her ears stood up straight and her heart began to race. The voice sounded weak and scared. She looked around, but none of her friends were nearby. She took one step forward, then stopped. The path into the deep forest waited in front of her. She remembered what the others always said, "Don't go there." But this voice, it needed help. Bibi didn't feel brave, but she didn't feel right ignoring it either. What if someone is hurt, she thought. What if they're all alone? Her little paws trembled. She took a deep breath and closed her eyes. "I can do this," she whispered to herself. "Even if I'm scared, I can try." Step by step she moved toward the voice. The trees grew closer together. The light faded. The forest became quiet again. Branches cracked under her feet. Leaves brushed against her fur. She kept her ears open and her eyes wide. The voice came again, closer now. "Help! Someone, please." It was soft and full of fear. Bibi felt her chest tighten but didn't stop. She turned back once. Her home was still there, warm and bright. But someone needed her, and that mattered more. She took one last deep breath and entered the shadows. "I'm scared," she said, "but I won't run away." And with that, Bibi disappeared into the deep woods. The deeper Bibi went, the quieter everything became. There were no birds singing, no wind in the trees. Only the sound of her paws on the forest floor. She followed the voice, though it was fading now. "Don't stop," she told herself. "You're almost there." The trees here were taller than any she had ever seen. Their branches blocked the sun, casting strange shapes on the ground. Bibi saw something moving near the roots. She held her breath. But it was just a squirrel who ran off quickly into the dark. She stepped over a small stream and climbed a mossy rock. That's when she saw it, a tiny blue feather on the ground. It looked soft and fresh. Nearby, she saw more feathers scattered like breadcrumbs. Her ears twitched. "A bird," she whispered. "A small one." She followed the feathers to a quiet clearing. There, lying near a patch of ferns, was a little bird. Its wing was bent and its eyes were wet with tears. Bibi rushed over and knelt beside it. "Are you okay?" she asked gently. The bird looked up, scared. "I fell," the bird said. "I tried to fly, but the wind was too strong." Bibi nodded and smiled. "It's okay. I'm here now. I'll help you." She gathered soft leaves and made a small nest around the bird. "Don't worry," she said. "You're not alone anymore." The little bird blinked slowly, its body trembling with each breath. Bibi stayed close, her fur brushing gently against the bird's feathers. She looked around the forest, then back at her new friend. "What's your name?" she asked softly. "I'm Pip," the bird whispered. "Thank you for coming." Bibi smiled. "Pip, I'm Bibi. You're very brave to call for help." The bird's eyes brightened a little. "I didn't think anyone would come," he said. Bibi touched his wing carefully. "This looks sore. Don't move it too much. We'll let it rest." Pip nodded, his voice quiet but calm. Bibi looked for food nearby. She found a few berries and a cap of water from a large leaf. "Here," she said, "eat a little and drink slowly." Pip took small bites, his beak shaking at first. "You're very kind," he said. "You didn't have to stop." Bibi just smiled. She stayed with him as the forest slowly began to glow again. The sun peeked through the trees, warming their small shelter. Bibi felt different now, calmer, stronger. "I was scared to come here," she admitted. "But helping you makes me feel proud." Pip smiled. "You're brave, Bibi. Really brave." They rested together in silence for a while. No more voices called from the woods. No more fear held Bibi back. He had done something big, something good. And for the first time, the deep forest didn't feel so dark. It felt peaceful, safe, like she belonged there. Bibi looked around the clearing and thought, "Pip needs more help than I can give." She didn't want to leave him alone, but she had an idea. "I'll go get my friends," she said. "They'll know what to do." Pip's eyes widened. "You'd come back?" he asked. Bibi nodded. She ran back through the woods, retracing her steps with care. The fear she felt before was still there, but it was smaller now. Her feet moved faster and her heart beat with purpose. The path wasn't so dark anymore. "Just a little more," she whispered as she ran. Soon she reached the sunny edge of the forest. Her friends were there, playing near the tall grass. "Max, Toby, Lena," she called. They looked up in surprise. "Bibi?" Toby asked. "You went into the deep woods?" Bibi nodded quickly. "There's a hurt bird. His name is Pip." The animals followed Bibi back into the forest without question. She led the way, proud and focused. No one teased her or called her silly. They could see it in her eyes. Something had changed. She wasn't just curious Bibi anymore. She was brave Bibi now. When they reached Pip, the little bird smiled. "You came back," he said softly. Max brought tiny seeds. Toby carried water on his shell. Lena sat on Pip's beak and told him jokes. Bibi watched them work together. Her heart felt warm. She had done something good, and now they all had. The sun began to set, painting the sky with pink and orange light. Pip's eyes were brighter now, and his wing looked a little better. "I think I'll be okay," he said. "But I might need a few days to rest." Bibi nodded. "We'll stay with you. You're safe here." The group made a little camp near the ferns. They shared stories, food, and soft laughter. For the first time, Bibi felt like she belonged not just at home but anywhere she chose to go. The forest wasn't scary anymore. It was full of life and full of friends. Later that night, under the stars, Pip looked at Bibi. "You were the first one to come," he said. "You didn't run away." Bibi looked at the sky and smiled. "I was scared, but I didn't let the fear stop me. That's what brave means, right?" Pip nodded slowly. Bibi closed her eyes, listening to the sounds of the forest. They didn't sound strange anymore. The branches, the wind, the quiet, it all felt like part of her story now. She had walked into the dark and come out stronger. She had changed, even if she didn't notice at first. As the others drifted to sleep, Bibi stayed awake a little longer. She watched Pip sleeping peacefully beside the leaves. She felt calm, steady, and proud. Tomorrow they would help him try to fly again. But tonight the only thing she needed was this quiet, brave peace. Morning came gently with golden light warming the trees. Bibi stretched and blinked as the forest slowly woke up. Pip was already awake, looking at the sky. "It's a good day," he said. "My wing feels stronger." Bibi smiled. "Then maybe today, you can try to fly." Max and Toby helped clear a small space in the clearing. Lena flew in slow circles above them, cheering Pip on. Pip stood, a little shaky but smiling. "I'm ready to try," he said. Everyone grew quiet as he opened his wings. Bibi took a step closer and whispered, "You can do it." Pip flapped once, twice, then lifted gently into the air. Just a few feet, but it was enough. He landed again, a bit clumsy but laughing. "I did it," he said, eyes shining. All the animals clapped and cheered. Bibi felt her heart swell with joy. This was more than she hoped for. They spent the day helping Pip practice. Each time he flew a little higher. The forest seemed to shine around them, full of hope. Bibi watched him and thought about her first steps into the woods. It all felt like a dream, but it was real. She had made a difference. That evening, as they said goodbye, Pip turned to Bibi. "You changed my life," he said. "I'll never forget you." Bibi hugged him gently. "You changed mine too," she replied. Then she turned to her friends and smiled. "Let's go home." But in her heart she knew she was already there. Thank you for listening to Bibi's story. Today you learned new words and phrases in English, through kindness, courage, and friendship. Phrases like, "Are you okay?" "Don't worry," and "I'll help you" are simple but powerful. Just like Bibi, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to try. Remember, being brave doesn't mean having no fear. It means moving forward even when you're scared. Every time you listen, speak, or repeat a new word, you grow. Just like Bibi, step by step. And every time you do, your English gets stronger. Let this story stay with you. When you feel nervous speaking English, think of Bibi walking into the dark woods. One step at a time. Think of Pip learning to fly again. And think of yourself, right now, choosing to keep going. That is real bravery. If this story helped you, keep learning with us. Listen again, repeat the words, and try using them in real life. You can learn at your own pace. Every word you speak brings you closer to your goal. You're not alone on this path. I'm proud of you for listening, learning, and believing in yourself. Don't stop now. Subscribe to the channel for more stories and lessons. And remember, brave learners become great speakers. See you in the next adventure.